Hi Cancer, this is Kay. You're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to your reading, and I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Beginning of a new week, and so I want to say thank you for being here to watch the video. It's lovely to be here with you guys. So let's find out from Archangel Michael what your past energy is. We got the coin toss, choices. Number 2, you know, choices between one or the other two, right? Making a decision, duality, duplicity, partnering, union, that kind of thing number. All right, present day energy, we have 8 for fishhook, abundance. Wonderful. And near future. We have night, number 1, the night. Confident, number 1 is like a new beginning, confidently starting a new beginning. In the near future. All right, so we've got in the past we've got coin toss, choices, either or, be fair, considering the pros and cons, fate, equal, 2 sides to every story, the butterfly effect, either way, 50-50 chance, unpredictable, can't decide, take a chance. So you couldn't decide, maybe you took a chance, couldn't decide, you had a choice, either or. You consider the pros and cons, possibly 2 sides to every story, either way, 50-50 chance, unpredictable, can't decide, take a chance. All right, that could be anything. So present day energy is fish hook, powerless, feeling helpless, paralyzed, vulnerable, trap, temptation, bait, con game, great catch, luck, prosperity, resourcefulness, abundance, multiplication, principle. Okay, so you know, you're either going to be, right now you're either looking at your cup as being half full or half empty, basically. Feeling powerless or feeling resourceful, like prosperous, lucky, that you're a great catch. So what would it be? Maybe the person, you had a choice between someone, situation, or someone had a choice between you and someone else. And they chose the other person, and you're feeling like, if they chose the other person, you'd be feeling powerless, feeling helpless, vulnerable. If they chose you, you may be feeling, you know, you being a great catch, that kind of thing. Okay, so the night here, near future, we got confident, heroic, messenger, fearless, assertive, passionate, fighting spirit, persevering, chivalry, honor, determined, obeying orders, brave, daring, strong, champion of a cause. So there's something that gets you all fired up in the near future. So I would say that whatever choice was made here, whether it was you making it, Cancer, or someone made it with you and some, between you and something else, someone else, could be something else too. I mean, could be someone chose their career over choosing you, but I feel like you were chosen. If you didn't choose, if it wasn't you choosing something, someone chose you as opposed to the other thing. Now you're feeling, you know, you're a great catch. They're a great catch, maybe. If you were making the choice, you chose somebody that you feel is a great catch. Okay, and then you're going to have this kind of like happily ever after future, in the near future, moving forward. Okay. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, what do we have for past energy for the Lenormand? For coin toss. The 4-leaf clover, that's luck. Number 2 again, wow. Talk about lining up. Whew, that's again, you know, luck of the draw. It's either this or it's that. It's positive or it's negative. It's heads or it's tails. It's lucky. So it's lucky. Whatever it was that you made a choice, and we'll go with you were making a choice, that you felt lucky, more luckier with one selection rather than the other selection. Luck was on your side. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Okay, for fish hook, please, Archangel Michael. That was really cool. This one? Okay. Lily, number 30. That's, that's communication. Lily is like, it's like, I keep wanting to say Lily is like a new beginning. But I used to know these pretty good, but I don't so much anymore. Because I don't work with just the Lenormand like I was before. Okay, lilies, calm, peace, and serenity. Yeah, it's good. Calm, peace, and serenity. So you feel lucky, because look at this. This is the luck card. Klee is German for luck. And then we have luck on this card next to it for the present day energy. Past energy, present day energy. And I lost my page. So, calm, peace, and serenity is what I preach. Your parents and elders show up under my symbol. I bring wisdom and experience. I signify a long-term relationship or ancestry. It's contentment and satisfaction is my angle. Contentment and satisfaction, right? Great catch, luck, prosperity, feeling abundant. You're feeling satisfied with the choice you made. Whether it's in love or it's in work, maybe you had a choice between two jobs. Or, a decision about your health, what treatment to take, your money, where I should put my money. Maybe not all my eggs in the same basket kind of thing. Or maybe you chose to do that and it worked out really well for you. Yeah, so you decide what area of life. Remember the areas of life. There's like about, I say 4 of them, because there's relationships, right? And that has to do with love relationships, friends, family, and, acquaintances and other kinds of things. Then there's work. There's work like job, work, career, and education. There's finances, and then there is health. Okay? So whatever area of life that this is going to apply to you, Cancer. All right? And let's get a major arcana. Oh, heck no. What did I do? Okay, we have to get the near future. Sorry. Here we go. Oh, coffin. Number 8. Sarge is like sarcophagus. It's a coffin. 8 is abundance. Putting something to bed. So putting an end to something so that you can move forward fearlessly. Putting an end to feeling lack, because you've gained so much, so it's like the end of that here. Now you can move forward confidently with a fighting spirit, persevering, determined, daring, champion of a cause. Let's find out. The Tower. Ooh, that doesn't seem to fit. But towers can be good towers too, right? The Tower. So, something had to come down. We got to get some clarification. This one. Oh, the 5 of Cups. Lamentation, regret, remorse. Wow. Well, I'm going to have to get into tarot to see where this story is going. Because what I see here is that you took a leap of faith and you made a decision. You couldn't decide, but you made the decision. You were feeling lucky, having made a particular decision. And now, presently, you're feeling like things are good, things are abundant with the 8. Great catch. It says abundance here. You're a great catch. They're a great catch. And that you are feeling, peaceful, calm about this, contented. contented right now. But we then have the Tower and the Five of Cups, and I'm thinking the Tower and the Five of Cups is something that's still prevalent energy in your present day energy. It's prevalent still. Because, well, you know, with the Five of Cups, we cry over the spilt milk, the 3 cups here, but there are clearly 2 cups here. So if there's something that you feel you lost, maybe having to have made a decision between one or the other, both were good, both were positive options for you. Now, let's just say, if it was like a relationship, Cancer, there you had 2 people who were, you know, I've had this problem myself when I was much younger, of course. But there's 2 people that you can't say one is any better than the other. You love or care for them both. You're attracted to both of them. They have both have endearing qualities that you like about them. So it was very difficult for you to have to, because you can't have, you know, they're not going to put up with you dating both of them at the same time, or getting married to. You know, you can't marry both of them. So you had to make a decision. And although you feel good about it, it's like it's the sadness that has come from letting you having to let the other one go, and their sadness, their tower is like something that you had to bring the tower down. You had to bring the tower down on one of your decisions, on the choice you didn't make, the one you didn't choose. So you had to bring the tower down, and it's hurting your heart. It's broken your heart, Cancer, to have done that to your person, because if you could, if it was possible, you'd have them both. But you know it's not possible, or it's not acceptable anyways. For a time it might be, but when things start getting serious, it's not going to work. Where you know, you're with one and the other one's like lamenting because you're with them instead of them, you know, with the other person. Yeah, I see this. Very interesting storyline, Archangel Michael. What the heck? Okay. Yeah, so it's like you're going to be okay, because the divine's going to help this person move on. All right? Divine's going to help this person move on. This the knight in shining armor, it's interesting. And the knight in shining armor, it's confident, heroic, messenger. Heroic and messenger, 2 different. Yeah, fearless, assertive, passionate, fighting spirit, persevering, chivalry, honor, determined, obeying orders, brave, daring, strong, champion of a cause. I'm very interested to know, I'm now feeling as though this is your person you've chosen. Or if it's not about a relationship, it's a thing, a cause you've chosen. You know, something you've chosen over something else. Like you chose to buy this house over that house. It was hard for you to make a decision because both houses were perfect, in the perfect locations and all this sort of stuff, right? Okay. But something had to be put away. Something had to be said goodbye to. You know, hammering the final nail in the coffin with it and saying goodbye to it. And it's 8, it's abundance. So it's like it's going off into the other world. Your person that that's what I'm getting from Archangel Michael. The person that you did not choose, okay, is like you had to bring the tower down on that person because you had to say, I'm sorry, I can't. I've chosen this one over that one, right? Over you. And that it's broken your heart to do so. But this person is going to move on, carry on confidently in the near future, your near future, by the way, which is going to be their near future. And because you've decided to go with what it is that you chose. Like you are focused on that, you're committed to that. And so this person is going to be able to ride off into the sunset, pardon me. And this is all going to just end. All of this here is not going to, they're going to move on and you're going to move on, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so now I see why this one is both, it's either or. It's like this is either or here. This is either or. If whatever decision that you would make, you would either going to be feeling powerless, feeling helpless, paralyzed, vulnerable, trapped, whatever. Like you made the wrong decision, in other words. Or with the decision that you made, right now you're going to be feeling that you got a great catch, that you've been lucky, you're going to feel prosperous, abundant, and it's all good, right? So what I see here is that you had the choice between two, and it was clearly the choice you made. You got lucky. You got lucky. You did make the right choice, even though you feel terrible for having to let the tower down on the other person that you did not choose. I see this as both you feeling terrible and them, feeling like their world has crashed in, that their person let them down. But again, the divine is saying there's the Two of Cups here, not only for you, after you get over feeling as bad as you did for this person, that you had to bring the tower down on them, there's a love affair for you that is all good. So what we're looking at here is that you made the right decision in the past. You made the right decision. You're with the right person. Okay, you're going to be, lucky, prosperous, and resourceful, and all that sort of stuff with the person you chose. And this other person's going to move on. You're going to move on, and they're going to move on. So it's actually, the divine is saying with the tarot card reading right now, is that you chose right. Not that it was wrong. It's just that you chose lucky. You ended up choosing the one that it was meant to be with you, that you're meant to be with. The other person, as perfect as they were, and this other person, they could hold a candle to them, and so forth and so on. You weren't meant to go on a path with them, and it's sad, and it's a letdown, and all that sort of stuff for both you and that person. Right now, they might even be angry at you, but the thing about it is that crying over spilt milk is that there's Two of Cups. There's a happy union for both of you. That they aren't seeing if in their anger or lamentation that you didn't choose them, that they aren't seeing just yet, but they will. And the same with you. You're going to be happy with your choice here, having let go of the one that you didn't choose. So I hope that makes sense. So what's happening here is that this person's going to persevere. They're going to move on. This is your near future. You're going to move on. You're putting it all behind you. You're going to be abundant because you're putting it behind you. They're putting it behind them. They're moving on. So right now you may be thinking, you may be feeling sad and that that they're angry at you, or that you're not certain if you made the right choice just yet. Know that you did. That's what this tarot reading is telling you. You did. So allow yourself to remain content and satisfied and peaceful, calm with your decision. We've got the Seven of Spears, which is that the Seven of Swords? I got to get my book out. I write them all down. Is it the Seven of Swords, the Spears? Yeah, Seven of Swords. Boy, oh boy. Look at you. What do they call it about the bullet? You had dodged a bullet. That's it. You dodged a bullet. Oh my God, you dodged a bullet. Ay, ay, ay. Three of Swords and heartbreak. Oh my God. Like I can see you being heartbroken, just from having to have two, and you need to choose one and leave the other one. I can see that with it. But What they're saying is that you dodged a bullet here with the Seven of Swords person, that they would have, maybe they would have been like the Knight of Wands, right? The Knight of Wands. That they would never have been totally faithful to you. So you dodged a bullet, that which you didn't realize, but you did, and the divine is telling you that they would have broke your heart. And then it would be like you being lamenting over the one that you didn't choose, who would have been the right one for you. So you did good. You did good. You did good. Yay. The Two of Swords. Boy, lots of swords here. So yeah, it's like it's the energy of not seeing. You don't see what you're going to see, is what we're saying here about this connection that you have with the person you didn't choose. Two of Swords. You're not seeing what you're going to see because you've made a decision. You've gotten off the fence and you've made the decision. Here you weren't, but you were feeling like you got lucky when you did make your choice, okay? But you are making the decision here, and it's that you're feeling bad about for the other person you didn't choose, that sort of thing, and whatever. But you're making the decision, and you're doing it. You're doing it kind of. Let's see. Where you are. I can't think of the word. That's me. Can't think of the word. But you're just feeling like you are not you're not in the full no. You're not in the know. That you have an investment in this other person. That you don't realize that the investment that you have in that other person wasn't as your thoughts of them wasn't as pure. Like your thoughts were pure, but they were not everything that you thought they were, because obviously the Seven of Swords, right? They were not everything that you thought they were. They were wearing a mask, and they would eventually hurt you, leave you for someone else, or cheat on you, or do something else, maybe illegally. Cheating is illegal when it comes to marriage, right? That's a Two of Cups. Yay! That's tides. Yes, Two of Cups. Woohoo! There's the Two of Cups right there, and there's the Two of Cups right there. You made the right decision. Or if you haven't already, you're going to be making the right decision. And then the Knight of Swords. Again, a Swords. Knight. Here's a Knight with a Knight. Knight of Swords. Well, it could be that they're moving forward. You're moving forward in your truth. Okay? You're moving forward fast in your truth. Now that you've made the decision here, especially now that you know, after listening to this tarot reading, that you've made the right choice, whoever it is that you're choosing, that you feel most drawn to. Toss of the coin, right? Yeah. That you're going to move confidently forward, putting this all behind you. You will in the near future. And they will too. Seven of Stones is the Seven of Pentacles. Looking back at all that you could be all those bullets you dodged. You could be looking back at all the bullets you dodged with if you had chosen the other person. But looking back at the abundance, or the what you have in your life, what you have, because you made a decision. You had this person, that person. So two seeds, right? And your feelings are the seeds as well towards them. You planted those seeds. So if you planted your seeds with the Seven of Swords person, you'd be looking at that harvest. And that harvest may not be looking too pretty. Right here. Because this could be a player kind of guy. He's definitely a Seven of Swords person who's going to break your heart with the Three of Swords. So yeah, you'll be looking at your harvest, like the fruit that you've grown on your tree. That would be what the Seven of Pentacles is. You'll be looking at it much differently than you're going to be seeing what you've been able to grow. Sow and grow and harvest being with the right person, having chosen the right person, putting this all behind you. So no more nostalgia about what could have been, because you are going to see now after this tarot card reading that you dodged a big bullet. Okay, big bullet. 10 of Swords, yeah, holy crap. Another Swords, Queen of Swords. These are all swords. Queen of Swords, you spoke your truth. You ended a chapter and you made your decision. And your Four of Wands is like you chose your happily ever after. You know, you transformed your life with making a choice to stand under the celebration awning, you know, in the card of the Four of Wands, standing under that with the person you chose to be with, and it's gonna transform your life in very prosperous, wonderful, loving ways, because you put an end, a death to the, you know, lamenting or worrying about, feeling bad for this person. You're going to move on. They're moving on. You're seeing that they're moving on. That's good. You're going to be happy about their moving on. Okay? That you didn't ruin them, right? So this is that Ten of Swords, is that you dodged the Ten of Swords, you know, that they would have betrayed you. You can put that away now. The Ten of Swords doesn't factor into your life now, because you made a decision that was the right decision for you. So you can pat yourself on the back. You spoke your truth. You told this person what you needed to tell them, even though it you know, made both of you feel bad. They needed to hear it, and you needed to say it. You needed to be upfront about that, holding your emotions down, letting them know that you had to make this choice. There's two of you guys, or two of you women, or whatever, and you know, I can't obviously be with you both. I'd love to, but I can't. You know, you spoke your truth. You put an end to this. Again, it's another ending with this death as an ending. You put an end to this this conundrum, I guess, this pros and cons thing. You put an end to that because you made the decision with the Two of Swords, and you're moving on. You're with your Two of Cups person you truly should be with and in love with. You made your final decision. You followed your heart. Your heart was calling out more for this person because it was trying to warn you about that other person here. Something stirred within your heart enough to make you say, I don't know, I mean, they're both perfect, but there's just something, I just have to go with Bill as opposed to Bob. I just have to go with Bill. I just feel like, I don't know why, I just feel like I have to go with Bill. Yep, that kind of thing, right? Good for you. I'm so happy for you. Please pat yourself on the back, because feel me patting you on the back. You did good. Take care of yourself, Cancer. Until next time, bye for now.